Hey, João Farias from that'sabug.com. The lockdowns and restrictions of 2020 brought drastic changes to all of us. Many software teams now need to be even more effective and efficient because of the market uncertainties we now face. Remote work brought communication and teamwork challenges to even those that are used to not work collocated. In my personal experience, and in many of my tester colleagues, one of the most important aspects to keep the boat floating and the projects alive and well was to empower developers in the topics of software quality, giving them the tools they need to be even better developers. And that's what we're going to talk today. I'll go over 4 pillars of quality that I shared with developers during 2020 and that I'll go even further in 2021. The first pillar is called discovering quality. Pillar is about techniques to understand what people desire and what problems we may face. In other words, we are talking about requirements analysis and risk analysis. First, about questions and communication loops to uncover what needs to be built. I suggest reflecting on what practices you and your designer utilize during brainstorming or product development sessions to go even deeper on these product ideas. If you want to explore new ideas on this, I suggest reading Exploring Requirements, Quality Before Design from Donald Goss and Jerry Weinberg. Here they take a very human-centric approach to requirement analysis. They take into consideration not only our rational aspects, but also our feelings and biases. The second point in this pillar is risk analysis, which is about mapping problems that we may face because of vulnerabilities in our system. You probably have your favorite techniques for it, but if you want to see new things, I would suggest watching the talk Risk Analysis by Michael Bolton on YouTube. The second pillar is called Assessing Quality. This pillar is about learning about the value provided by the product that we already built, which is just a long way to say testing. You can show developers through workshops or pairing sessions your favorite techniques for inferencing, observing, questioning, experiencing, and modeling. If you want a short reference on this, I would recommend the book Explore It by Elizabeth Hendrickson. The third pillar I call Becoming a Great Tester. This pillar is about showing how a professional tester thinks and acts. You don't need to do anything fancy on this. Usually pairing or casual conversations over virtual coffee are already sufficient. But if you want to suggest a book, I would recommend Lessons Learned in Software Testing by Karen, Bach, and Pichard. Here we're gonna find almost 300 short ideas that summarize the context-driven school of testing. I would also recommend Perfect Software by Jerry Weinberg. Here he talks about the limitations of testing and the false expectations that the industry as a whole still holds on it. It may seem negative, but the ideas on this book will help you to create an environment where test is not only effective, but also fulfilling for the people in the product team. Rather, they created some sort of animosity or confrontational situation. The fourth pillar is called Taking Automated Checks to the Next Level. This pillar is about making the automated checks you have not only effective for developers, but also easy to work with and enjoyable. You can look for ways of moving your high-level integrated checks to lower-level unit checks, making the feedback from them more precise and faster. This will allow developers to more promptly act on issues inserted in the system. But besides being fast, automated checks also need to be effective. They need to provide good coverage. Many teams have already a well-established code coverage setup, but you may want to look into complementary approaches. Mutation testing tools like p-test may uncover gaps in other types of coverage. For instance, data coverage gaps created by missing boundary checks. Out of the 4 pillars: discovering quality, assessing quality, becoming a great tester, and taking your automated checks to the next level, some will be more important than others in your context. However, having your developers to know what constitutes great testing and having the tools to do this themselves is always a great idea, because then everybody can work as a team, bringing more diversity and different experiences to your testing. I hope this short talk have brought some new ideas that you can implement this year. If you want to get in contact, you can access thasabug.com/social. There you can find my email and links to all my social networks. See you, have a great year.